Well, good evening, or good morning, or good very early morning, wherever you may be in the world. I'm Mr. Blonde, and I am a content creator, amongst other things. And I wanted to just make a little something here. Just to talk about what that is. What is content creation? Well, content creation basically means you make videos, or you make music, or you make animations. You make content. Basically, you make shit, and that's that. Whether they be videos for YouTube, whether you're doing live streaming, whether you're making music, you are a content creator. But what's always fascinated me about content creation is not always the content itself, or the context upon which it is being done. It is, in fact, how it's done. So while I smoke a cigarette, I'm just going to show you quickly how, sort of, an idea of at least how I do that. I mean, what you never see especially with streamers, or any other content creator for that matter, how often do you see how it's all being done, how that is being produced? So I've set this rig up, basically, so I can show you that. So as you can see, there is a camera there, looking over my shoulder and looking at my computer setup. You can see, obviously, display there, which I'm using basically for monitoring. Main display here that I use for gaming on. And it's all being powered by this machine here, which is, you have to spend a lot of money really on a powerful system if you want to be able to stream at high quality. Because not only are you playing video games or something like that, but you've then also got to encode that and broadcast it with numerous different elements that you can obviously all see on the screen here. So you need a bit of a PC to do it. The second monitor is also brilliant because while you can do everything off one display, having that sort of second sort of source of your own input there, sort of literally a monitoring system. So I can see there what the behavior of whatever application or mix of applications I'm using to stream this out. Because obviously what you are doing is you are doing something on a computer which you are then capturing using this software, and this software is then processing and sending out. So it's good to be able to look at that. So it'd be very easy to know, for example, if your audio was clipping out. I've got an audio mixer on that display there that you can see. Obviously, if a camera goes down, you wouldn't know if you were just and go to streaming until somebody told you. Especially when you're running a setup like this with multiple cameras, it's always good to know if one's not working. Camera angles I've also found difficult, which is why you can probably see on that display there, in that window. On top of this monitor, I have a clever camera I have a very clever camera that's actually motorized on a gimbal. So as I move around it literally can follow me around. I can disable that with hand gestures, as I've just done there. So I stick this hand up here, and it will now track me. And I can move around anywhere I like, and it will follow me around pretty smoothly. And if I hold up a hand again, it will stop doing that and remain static. It's pretty handy. I believe there is still some slight sort of AI tracking in the camera just by using the camera's lens, but it is what it is. But that was just something that, because I'm quite an active creator, I bounce around a lot, jump around a lot. I don't want to be sat stuck in one position thinking about camera angles. So back to tracking it we go. I'm also using its internal microphones because when I built this new PC, autofocus is being a cunt. Please focus in. Focus on my face, please. Yeah, it does that. The autofocus on this thing isn't dialed in particularly well. New rig, not quite finished tinkering with it yet. So have a global autofocus, which will still be blurry. And then let's try and focus it on my face. There we go. It lost me for a minute there. It all works over AI, this camera, and it's still, I think it's still learning a little bit about me. So there's simple things straight away. Yeah, if I didn't have this monitor display here, I wouldn't know that was happening. If I was in midstream, I wouldn't know it was doing that. But yeah, back to what I was saying is that my audio, obviously I'm using the camera's built-in microphones at the moment because the audio interface I bought second-hand, which is here, had a dead output channel. So it's not much good to me right now. So I've got a new one on order. And when that gets here, I'll be using a condenser microphone like most people do. Good headphones are also important, hence the AKGs are hanging behind me. I've put stuff on the wall behind me, so a pleasing background. If you're not going to use background removal, a pleasing background I think is a good thing to have. Obviously, the correct lighting, so as you can probably, you can't see it on the camera over my shoulder, but there is an LED light strip that's dimmable, literally on a boom arm above my main monitor there, so that it lights my pretty face up so you can all see it. Too much RGB is a bad thing, you know. Unicorn puke can really, really fuck about with video capture. So the unicorn puke goes off, and we just have I've just got an ambient blue light there. So yeah, that's a little insight into what it's like to do this kind of stuff. And obviously this is just me doing a piece to camera, which is very, very simple. You know, obviously having a gimbaled camera with autofocus, some sort of wide-ranging microphones is a good thing. But it does make things easier. But yeah, anyone with a webcam and a laptop can install something like OBS and do this. So yeah, there's a little ramble about my opinions on content creation. What content you're going to create is probably the next most important thing. Me, I'm going to be doing game streaming, a bit of music, stuff like that. And obviously you tailor your setup to what you want to do. Hence me needing the audio interface so I can plug in instruments, for example. But yeah, it's a fascinating field. And I think having a little insight into how it's done may give some help to people who maybe want to get into it. So yeah, I've been Mr. Blonde. Be very nice to each other and be very nice to yourself. That's very important. I do this partially for my own mental well-being. I don't do people. I don't get out much. So kind of online social interaction is kind of something that keeps me going a bit. But yeah, there's a little ramble that'll probably get about 3 views, but I don't care. I do this for me, and that's an important thing. Don't always think about creating content that you think other people are going to enjoy. Create things that you're going to enjoy creating. It'll make your journey a lot less stressful. See you around. Blonde out.